All right, guys, review time. I have the Groove on wireless on-ear headphones. You can find these at Walmart for a whopping $14.99. So the price is definitely affordable. You're getting a 14-hour battery life. So without further ado, let's hop. Let's open up this box and see what comes inside of it. All right, guys, so I did the honors of already taking everything out of the box for you to make life easier for everybody, so you don't have to sit there and watch me tear open a box. So this is the headset right here. And just so you know, I am going to do a couple sections right now before we hop over to syncing it and doing an actual phone call test. So the cuffs feel very, very good. They're soft. I haven't put them on my head, and I will show you how it fits on the head. You have your left, you have your right side, so it's easy to differentiate which one is which. So you won't get mixed up. So with some headphones, the cuffs actually twist, but these don't. They do bend in, so it's easier to carry. Unfortunately, there's no type of carrying case whatsoever. Right here, normally in this section, you feel some type of cushion, but I'm assuming because of this groove right here on the side at your top of your head, I mean, your head is going to touch this, but it's probably not going to press as hard because of the sides. But there is no type of cushion whatsoever on this band. Only the earmuffs have cushions so far. That's a little troublesome to me. That's kind of like a worry. I worry a little bit about how the fit is going to be, but because these headphones are so loose, the way they feel, they're adjustable. So if you decide to put them on the front of your head, meaning it covers your ear, or you move it a little bit, it seems like it'll just be a little bit more comfortable than the average headset. They look very, very flexible. Of course, if you pull these in and out, you shouldn't have an issue right there. I currently had a plastic on these. I'm going to leave it on because I do plan on probably giving these away as a Christmas gift later on down the line. Now, it does come with a micro USB charger, USB-A to micro USB right here. Because of that $14.99 price tag, I'm guessing that maybe that's the reason why it's so cheap, but normally things come with USB-C. Kind of disappointed in that, especially at the price point, but it is what it is. It's not life or death. You do have a 3.5 headphone jack, so if you decide to use these with the headphone jack connected to any device, you can, but you also have the option for Bluetooth, which these do last for 14 hours. And if we're talking about specs, you get about 33 feet, which is the standard Bluetooth for most headsets. High definition sound with bass, you have voice assistant, and that's pretty much it. I don't see anything that says that this has any type of water resistance. I don't believe it does. Again, it's $14.99, so I don't expect it to have any type of IPX rating. Of course, as a matter of fact, I'm glad that we did that. I looked inside of this. That shows you the instructions. So right here, as a matter of fact, hold on, before I even do that, let me just look to see if this doesn't have any. Yep, it does. It has the physical buttons right here. So that's where the buttons are. So if we go over this right now, which I want to go with you guys, we have 3 buttons. We have the let's get started pairing, which is the power button. This is the process to actually pair the headsets. I'm going to leave this open for you guys that may have gotten this headset and lost this booklet. So you could just pause it right here. This is what you could do to change your music. This is your options right here. So you have Google Assistant, decreasing volume, increasing volume, going to the next track, previous track, pause and play. That's not an issue. Everything is basically here. Unfortunately, it's nothing that's customizable. So for those that like changing the way buttons feel, this isn't the headset for you if you think you can. It doesn't have any type of app support, so just kind of be aware of that. But like I said, here's the right ear cuff. It tells you what it does during phone calls, about increasing volume, hanging up, answering calls, and rejecting calls. So pretty interesting. It's to be honest, it's like a basic headset, if we're being honest, in terms of what the headset can actually do. So with that being said, yeah, not much more to say. Let's go ahead and actually go through the sync process and see how these actually sound in real time after syncing them. So, like I said, it's time to sync them. I'm going to go ahead and hold this button, turn it on, see if it has any charge. Yep. It does. When I powered it on, it actually said power on. Now, I'm not sure if I had to hold the button to put it in sync mode, but we are about to find out. So let me go ahead and go to the settings right here. Go to Bluetooth. Whoops, I hit Wi-Fi. I'm looking at the phone through the camera, so that's why it looks a little bit different. So let me go ahead and do this right. So let's see. Yep, on. Wow, ONN on ear. I didn't expect that name. So I'm gonna go ahead and tap this. So as soon as you turn this on, it's automatically in pairing mode. As you can see the blinking light right there. It's gonna ask me to pair. If you're an Apple user, it'll just pair right away. When you click it, the button, when it pops up and you tap it, it'll automatically pair. For Samsung, you just hit pair yes. With other Androids, it'll ask you to read your call log and things like that. So this is currently paired. Get this out of here. Whoop. To be honest with you, the pairing process is super easy. As you can see, you don't have to worry about anything else like that. If you decide to use it in corded mode, all you have to do is just connect the cord to the bottom right here, and you're good to go. And I forgot to mention that this is the charger port right here, and these are the buttons that we saw earlier. I forgot to show that a little bit earlier. So now it's going to cut away, and we're going to talk about how this guy sounds musically. All right, guys, so right here, I'm going to go ahead and put this on my head. Now, what I will say to you about the fit, actually, let me switch this. What I will say about the fit right now is that they do look good in the ear. I have no issues whatsoever. Even with thick glasses like this, with the thick shafts right here, it's not pressing against my head. And that's one of the reasons why I said, because this cup is flexible, you're able to actually put it the way that you want. Oh, I have a pimple underneath my nose. But you have a way to put it the way you want to, where it's comfortable, where you can actually adjust it where it won't touch your glasses at all. So they are pretty comfortable. That's what I was worried about originally, but they feel pretty good in the ear. So with that being said, let's go ahead and readjust this camera. All right, so we're back right here. So now we're going to play some music. So what I want to go do is, let me see if I can play something that actually has a little bit of bass. And then we'll change it up so we can hear how it sounds. Just try you. I'll try something a little bit faster pace. Okay, bass sounds. These aren't bass heavy at all. The bass isn't bad though. It's pretty balanced. It's not bad. I like it. Okay. Now, what I'm hearing for you guys that are wondering is, actually, you know what? Since I'm here, we turn this all the way up. Does it seem like it's too loud? Now, let me go ahead and see if I can actually manually turn the volume up on the headset with the buttons. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. All right. All right. Sounds good. Not bad. Okay. All right, so let me explain it to you guys, how this sounds, so you won't get confused. The bass sounds, let's start with the volume. When you turn the volume up on the actual phone itself, it sounds perfectly fine. Well, no, correction. The volume doesn't go that loud on the phone itself. So when you turn it all the way up, that's the loudest the headset can go, right? And it sounds really lackluster at first. But what I also notice is with a lot of these headphones, they tend to have their own volume in the headset with the physical buttons. So when I hit volume up, just tap it for volume up, it actually went up about 2 to 3 notches, and it sounds substantially louder than what it normally would. So the headset has its own volume. The phone has its own volume that affects the headset too. So if you're one of those people where you want to go blast the music and lose your melt your brains with music, then you're going to press this button up. It sounds pretty good. Now what I will say is, it didn't sound distorted when I turned it up. The particular song that I made does have a distortion, but that's the grain. It's like a, not distortion, but it's like a grain effect in the actual song. And you know, it sounded exactly the way that I wanted to make it. The bass wasn't too heavy. I'm sorry, I'm put this and doing this incorrectly. The bass wasn't too heavy in the video, but it's a video. The bass wasn't too heavy in the song, but it did sound just right. Now, obviously, you do have bass boosters and equalizers for phones and computers and things like that, so you can change it the way you want. But I'm one of those people where I prefer not to use it, only because if I decide to listen to certain songs or if I decide to make music with different headphones at the time, I want to make sure that it doesn't sound better than what it does with extra additive. I want it to sound, I want to make it properly so that when I do add bass and different things, that is properly balanced. So these do sound very, very good in my opinion. They sound very, very good. I don't have a complaint. The $14.99 is definitely worth it. You're getting that 14-hour battery life in this, so that's also a good thing. And it has quality sound. I will say that the on headphones, earbuds, and different things do have quality sound. They do struggle in the mic quality, but I'm going to have a recording for you guys in the next section where we can actually hear how the quality of the mic is going to sound in not only Bluetooth mode, but also quarter mode. So let's go ahead and just jump over to that section. All right, so right here, we're recording in the actual headset, the Bluetooth wireless aspect of it. Now, what I will say is, in order for you to actually hear me talk about this part, what I normally do for those that are unaware or don't know how to do this, because I do have people ask me from time to time, how do I get this on the video? When I record this, all I do is go back into the settings of the screen recorder, and then I actually just screen record what's playing right here. So it still has its original sound quality. It's just that I have it in a video format rather than an audio format, and I'm able to post it along with the video. So this is how it's going to sound in Bluetooth mode. What we're going to do next is put it in corded mode so you can hear that also. All right, so in this section of the video, what I'm doing is actually recording, but I have the 3.5 headphone jack in, and the actual the headset is actually powered off. Now, here's the problem. This headset the 3.5 headphone jack does not have a actual cable with, volume control and things like that, or a speaker connected to the actual 3.5 headphone jack. So I only have to assume that it's either picking up my voice regular. So if it sounds far away, because I'm not listening to this right now. I'm just recording. It either records from the phone itself, like you have to put it close to your mouth, or the headset itself is still recording through the actual speakers in the headset. It's just that it's powered off and it's going through the USB 3.5 jack. So I'm not too sure about that, but by the time I listen to this, I can let you know in the next section how exactly it sounds, and we'll kind of just wrap up this video, see if this is worth the $14.99. So this is the last part of the video, and this is what actually matters. Is this headset worth $14.99? Absolutely yes. I cannot stress enough that it is. It's a very good headset. Now, what I will say about a lot of On products is that they have good speakers when it comes to playing music. Talking to people could be a different story. Sometimes using their microphones that go from the mouth is a little bit different. I'm not microphone for the mouth. I'm sorry, microphones that you use for PCs and things like that. Different products vary, but On seems to be a very affordable product that I think that a lot of people would actually like. And Heyday is also a good company, but they're under Target. The On brand is under Walmart. So if you ever find this particular product outside of it, 9 times out of 10 it's being sold used at a pawn shop or different places, or possibly online. I'm not too sure about online, but On is a Walmart brand. They do TVs and other things. If we're talking about music, I like how it sounds. The headset feels good. I wore it for about 2 hours. I didn't really feel any ear fatigue, but I did feel a little pressure on my ears because I do wear glasses. And the way I wear headsets, I want it to be snug and firm, not loose. So I did feel a little discomfort. So for you glasses wearers, you might have an issue with this. But what I will also say is you have to remember that I have thicker glasses than normal people because I have Razer wireless glasses. So if you don't have that, you should be fine. But of course, each head is different. Each head shape is different. So you have to try it for yourself. If we're talking about the sound quality, now what I mentioned earlier is that, well, I actually deleted this part and just re-recorded it anyway. With the headphone jack, there is no cord, there's no piece in the headphone jack that has a volume control or anything like that. So I was a little bit worried because most headphones, even if they're Bluetooth, have that. For this one, if you're in Bluetooth mode, then obviously the speakers are in the headset itself. If you use it out of Bluetooth mode, meaning USB mode, not USB, I'm sorry, 3.5 headphone jack, which is connected right now to this, just to show you how it works. You're still using the speaker that's in the actual headset to record. And after reviewing the call quality, that's very, very clear quality for a $14.99 headset that not only does Bluetooth, but does a lot more. Now, again, unfortunately, I don't see an IP rating for this headset, even when I looked in the settings, but that's fine because I'm not about to take these out in a rainstorm anyway. That's not what they're for. If you're looking for something that has that rain guard protection, 9 times out of 10, you're going to pay a lot more money. But if you're a person like me, where I have expensive headsets for mainly reviews or curiosity, and I also have cheap ones, the difference is that when you buy a cheap headset from Ross or Burlington, you don't know what you're going to get, but the quality is almost 7 times out of 10 guaranteed to be trash. If you buy stuff out of Walmart, it's a branded company, so they have to sell you something and it has to work. So when I tried it out, my wife was the one that suggested the On brand in the first place, and I was a little skeptical. It works pretty well. I like their headset so far. I like their speakers so far. Everything they make for the most part, even their keyboards, and I have a review coming up for a keyboard soon, is good. It's good enough where it does a good job if you're podcasting. Like if you use these for podcasting and talking, you heard the quality of sound. It sounds pretty good to me. I don't have an issue with it. Now, granted, I have so many headphones that I don't see myself using this personally because I already have a setup. I have a Blue Yeti mic. I have certain things that I'm never going to replace unless it breaks, so I don't have a use for this. But for someone that just doesn't want to spend hundreds of dollars for a microphone, for someone that wants a headset, and a lot of JBL headsets look super fancy, but a lot of times the sound quality coming out of it, the audio is just awful. Not audio in terms of listening to music and things, but we're talking about just talking to other people or recording. A lot of times those headphones don't do a very good job. And to be honest, I don't know how they're in the market for as long as they are sounding the way that they do. But this beats out a lot of headphones that I come across on this channel. And I'm actually proud to say that I'll be either holding on to these as a just in case, because it has Bluetooth and a headphone jack, or I might just give it to a family member during Christmas time. And that's one of the reasons why I never tore the plastic off of it when I originally reviewed it. So I do like these. And again, like I said, it has the 14-hour battery life. If the headset dies, you still have the option to use it without the battery. It does unfortunately have a micro USB, as you can see right here, but that's not life or death. And 9 times out of 10, unless you're working a 16-hour job, realistically, who's going to have over-the-head headphones on for 16 hours? Even if you're doing video editing and things like that and you don't have Bluetooth, you can still use these. And for you PC users, yes, you can use this for PC. You can use this for a tablet. You can use this for Apple. You can use this for Android. You can even use this for the Nintendo Switch, headphone mode, or Bluetooth mode, because all Nintendo Switches got an update a while ago that allows you to use Bluetooth. Now, game chat's a different story. I don't think Nintendo still has that, but this is a solid headset. And even with this part right here being super hard and there's no softness at all, the ear muffs being adjustable and not removable, but adjustable right here means that you can place this more comfortably on your head and you don't really feel this at all. And that was very surprising. They did a good job on the aerodynamics of this headset, and I like it. So anyway, that's the review. Don't need to stretch this out any longer. Like always, like and subscribe. Like I said, $14.99 at Walmart, whether it's on sale. If you can find it on sale, even better. But out of over the head headphones that I found at Ross, Burlington and stuff, this is by far, and I'm not lying when I say this, this is by far in the price range the best over the head headset in terms of audio and music quality that I've heard in a very long time for $14.99.